Today, I want to share something which is very close to my heart, the unique spirit of our country, that is India, as described by Swami Vivekananda ji. When the world looks at India, what do they really see? Is it just a land of temples, festivals, and colors? Or is there something much deeper, something that has touched hearts for thousands of years? According to Swamiji, India's true identity is not just in her history or monuments, but in her spiritual strength, calmness, patience, and love. And in today's video, we'll explore these qualities with simple stories and examples so we can see why India's contribution to the world is truly special. So stay with me until the end because by the last point, I think you'll feel a deep pride in our country and maybe a new sense of responsibility too. So let's dive deep into this video. India has given many things to the world, but one of her greatest gifts is the calm and patient spirit. For example, when there's a storm, a strong tree doesn't fight the wind. It bends, survives, and stands again. Similarly, India has faced many invasions, challenges, and poverty, yet she never lost her patience and inner calm. Next, Swamiji said India's deep influence can be seen in the ideas, literature, and methods of the world. For example, yoga, meditation, and Ayurveda. These are not just Indian traditions anymore. They are global treasures that bring peace and health to the millions of the people all over the world. Next, every race has a role to play in the world. For India, that role is spiritual, not political or military. For example, while other nations might compete in weapons or technology, India's true strength is in spreading compassion, understanding, and message that all life is connected. That means we are all one and we should not differentiate between each other. Next, India's gift is her spiritual wisdom and calmness. In a world full of stress, this gift is priceless. For example, a simple act like meditating for 10 minutes can bring more peace than hours of entertainment like watching Netflix or something else. Next, many religions have taken soul-related ideas and ethics directly or indirectly from India. For example, the concept of non-violence inspired not only Gandhiji but also Martin Luther King Jr. in America. Next, the West often spreads knowledge through power or force, but India spreads it silently like the dew that makes flowers bloom without noise. For example, think of how yoga has spread, all over the world, not through the ads, but through people experiencing its benefits and sharing it. So you can understand like how our tradition or knowledge is getting spread. Why? Because people are actually understanding its value and they are sharing it with others. Next, India's thought is powerful yet peaceful. It has changed the world without violence. For example, Buddhism spread across Asia not only by war, but by monks walking barefoot and teaching love and compassion. So you can understand the importance of love, compassion, and everything that actually stops war and it leads peace all over the world. So non-violence is much better than creating violence. You can understand this. Next, even when India lacked, material wealth, that is the materialistic wealth when it was not there in India, she always had spiritual wealth, that is having faith, courage, and moral values. For example, during tough times, many villages survived not because of money, but because of unity, kindness, and faith. Next, India's religion and spirituality can bring new life to the world, especially where it has been lost. For example, there are many people from different countries all over the world. They come to India searching for peace when they feel empty inside. And if India dies spiritually, the world's spirituality will also fade or it will also die. That's why protecting our values is not just for us, but for the whole humanity present on this earth. Swamiji has warned us, Material greed and spiritual decay can destroy human values. So it is very important to have your spiritual values and moral values to make this humanity much better. Next, India teaches that love and the ability to endure suffering are much stronger than hate or violence. And there is a very good example to understand this concept by Swamiji. You just remember about that Dandi march that happened once, okay, by Mahatma Gandhi. So Gandhi's salt march was met with violence, yet the protesters remained peaceful and the world took notice at them. So you can understand the value of non-violence from here itself. Next, even with luxury around the world, India's people must stay connected to spiritual goals, otherwise we'll lose our essence. Next, India's life work is to focus on the spirit, to remind the world that happiness comes from within and not just from the outside world which is around you, the materialistic world. That doesn't give you happiness actually, and this is what I've already explained in my previous videos. Now, India's true ideals are renunciation and service to others. For example, countless saints and social workers in India have given their whole lives to serve without expecting anything in return. So you can understand the meaning of renunciation. Let me tell you what is it. Renunciation actually refers to letting go of selfishness. That means you are letting go of your ego or your desires or your jealousy or anything which creates a negative impact in your personality. So if you're letting go of all those things, that is the meaning of renunciation. Okay, it can also mean letting go of the materialistic world which is around you and just living a simple life. Okay, so I hope you understood that India is the land of deep religious philosophy. That is a place where people have asked life's biggest questions for thousands of years. And India is known for her ethics, kindness, and love, and leading the world not through force but through values. So you need to understand this, and you should feel a sense of responsibility to carry this on to the next generation, and of course after generation after generation. So there is a very small or a very important and keen responsibility of each and every citizen of India. So friends, Swamiji, or you can say Swami Vivekananda's words reminds us India's greatness in not her size, wealth, or power, but in her spiritual heart. We're the carriers for this ancient light, and it is our responsibility to live by these values: patience, kindness, service, and love, so that this light never fades. And if you feel proud in our country, India, after listening to this, don't just keep that pride in your heart, let it show in your actions too. So thank you for watching, and if these words touched your heart, share them with those who needs to be reminded for the India's true spirit. Until the next time, stay proud, stay kind, and remember, the soul of India lives in you.